What is going on, everybody? This is Bronco Juggalo.
And Bill.
And welcome back to another edition of the Comic Cave.
Now we got something a little different for you here on the Comic Cave, because it's a character that neither one of us really like and have not followed at all, but he just watched this movie for the very first time with me, and I gave this movie a chance, and I thought it was a great movie. I'm sorry, we do not have the case for it with us today, but we're going to be reviewing, what year?
The 2019 DC film
Shazam!
Directed by David Sandberg and starring as our title character Shazam and Billy Batson together, we have Zachary Levi and Asher Angel. Now they played both the young and the older, I should say, Billy Batson, Shazam character. Was also called Captain Marvel at one point in time.
Yes.
You know, and then there was a dispute with Marvel over the Captain Marvel title. Yeah, that's all dates back to the comic book stuff. $100 million budget movie that nobody thought would do very well, and it made $366 million. And why did it make that? It's because it wasn't your typical, superhero film that had been coming out around that time. That's all dark and brooding. Everything had to be dark and brooding.
Yeah.
Even Iron Man and all those are kind of dark if you think about them.
They're darker.
Yeah, they're darker. Not quite as dark as Batman, but everybody was trying to be Batman at the time is what they were doing.
Yeah, and it was kind of refreshing to have a movie like this. Like I said, this is not a character that either one of us love.
No.
Or even follow at all.
And he came out of left field, and both of us really enjoyed the flick.
I enjoyed this film. I gave it a chance. People told me I need to. I did. And I was blown away. I honestly was blown away with this film because I was not expecting what I got, which was pretty much gold.
Yeah. The developmental production on this movie actually started back in the early 2000s. This has actually been a movie that has been being worked on for a long, long time. It's gone through many directors, many producers, and it finally came to be in 2018. They started production on it, and we got a 2019 film. There is going to be a sequel, but unfortunately, due to COVID and them having to rearrange a lot of other movie schedules, we're going to get the sequel till November of 2022. So, kind of a bit of a wait for a sequel.
Hey, but it is what it is.
I had no cons for the film. How about you?
Guess what? For a character that I could give two shits and a fuck about, I got no cons.
This was just a fun movie.
It was so fun. And you know what? Leading into pros with that, I'm going to lead off. I'm going to lead off this time. This is a big pro. It was not, like he said before, brooding, dark. Not all of them have to be this way. It was fun. It was just, uplifting.
It was upbeat and it was humorous. Kind of the way Deadpool was, but in a...
With less murder.
Not rated R sense. You know what I mean? But it was a really fun atmosphere in this film.
Oh yeah.
We basically have a character, whether he's in an adult body or not, who's 14 years old.
Yes.
So he doesn't know. He goes in there and he starts trying to buy beer. That's one of my favorite scenes when they take their first drink of the beer and they're like, ugh.
Hey, let's face it. The first time you tasted beer, you didn't love it. You didn't love it. I didn't. Did you?
Beer actually is, even though beer transcends all cultures. We have beer in every culture.
Yep.
But beer is an acquired taste in every culture.
As adults, but it will grow on you.
Yeah, it does. And as adults, you come to appreciate certain tastes. Like, I don't mind a good blonde, a nice,
Oh, I love a good blonde.
A blonde or a lager, but I actually prefer a stout. I prefer a dark stout, almost porter beer. Like, my favorite is Guinness. I also like ale. I like Killian's Irish Red.
One of my favorites is a local brewery around here, Sleeping Dog Stout.
I'm going to have to try that. I haven't tried that yet.
Dude, don't drink more than 2 pints. You'll think that you're dying or something the next day because it will turn your shit black.
Awesome.
It's that dark, but it is so good.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll drink a Bud Light once in a while, or a fucking Coors Ultra. Oh no, not Coors. I'm sorry. I hate Coors.
Oh yeah, don't
Coors
do
is
that.
disgusting. I meant Miller.
That's
Sorry,
piss water.
Miller. But you know, the first time we all drank beer, we were like, we hear so much about it, and we're like, oh. First time I tried it, I was like, this is gross.
Yeah.
But let's drink it anyways. Chug, you know.
Yep. That buzz.
But yeah, I love the humor in this film, guys. Very funny movie. The jokes are extremely well written.
Big pro of mine as well.
And I thought that the chemistry between our main actor and our villain was hilarious. And I love the change in the villain too, when he gets the power, then all of a sudden he looks like a fucking pimp. You know, and he's wearing like the leather and shit. And I was like, oh man, he just don't give a shit no more. He's like, I'm the shit, fuck y'all.
Yeah, and then he goes into the board and kills his father. Oh,
And his
spoiler
brother.
alert.
I love that he threw his brother out the fucking window.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
All right. My next big pro for this film is the actor who played the adult Shazam. He nailed it as far as, not being an adult. Having his mindset of a 13-year-old kid?
14, yeah,
13, 14-year-old kid. He nailed that. He really nailed it as like, oh, I'm a 13, 14-year-old kid. Now I have these powers and I'm not a kid anymore.
Yeah.
He nailed this role as being that naive child. There was no point in this movie where I thought this guy was an adult. He was an adult in a kid's body. Wait, that was
All
wrong.
the way around.
He was
A kid in an adult's
kid
body.
in a, yeah, thank you. He was a kid in an adult's body. He nailed that. He nailed that in his acting.
One of the points that I wanted to bring up was that we had a cool, flashy bad guy, which we haven't gotten lately. All bad guys now are dark and menacing and broody, and like every bad guy we get now. In the Marvel universe, we see them for 10 seconds and they throw them away.
Yeah, they do that sometimes. I do like that in Deadpool too, though. You killed Black Tom!
Yeah.
You racist! Black Tom was white.
Yeah. So the final thing that I really want to talk about is I like that this film is based in Philadelphia.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
why is that weird? Because in DC movies especially, most of them are based in either Gotham, Metropolis, Central City, Star City, or New York City. Most of the characters are based there. Where is there a superhero from Philly?
We got it.
We got a superhero from Philly. That's cool. I mean, give Philly some love, And it's just a different setting. We got a different setting for the heroes. Not everything has to happen in New York City. You know what I mean?
Yeah, things happen other places.
Yeah. So I think it was cool that we got, and they actually make a joke about that in the movie, how Philly, because in this movie, it's based in the world where Superman exists. It's based in the world where I guess Batman exists. And they're talking about how Philly now has its own, hero.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool. I give it up to Philly. Philly! Woo! No, I'm just kidding.
Philly special.
I got friends from Philly. They'll understand.
Everybody should understand the Philly special. You got the Philly cheesesteak, and then you got that Super Bowl.
Yep.
Ooh, first quarterback ever to catch a touchdown in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, about damn time they got it too.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
And against the Patriots.
anything else you got to say about the movie?
All right, yes, I do. Okay, something else I really like in this film is the very end of this film, where we get a setup for Justice League, maybe another Justice League movie, because Shazam did join the Justice League at a point in time.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have Shazam in the lunchroom, and oh, I brought a friend, and here comes the Man of Steel himself. Still not a fan.
With the uncertainty right now of the DCEU, who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah,
But-
yeah, COVID and all that.
Well, not just COVID, but like the way people, you know, we got a new Batman coming out that's not part of the Justice League thing. But yeah, we got Aquaman 2, we got the Flash movie coming out, where there's going to be a different Batman in that, you know.
And if we get that Flash movie,
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the Rogues Gallery, people.
Yeah, and I want to see Wonder Woman 1985. I still want to see that.
Rogues Gallery, come on.
Well, it's going to be. We're not really going to get very much of the Rogues Gallery, I don't think, because they're doing the Flashpoint Paradox. That's what they're doing. They're doing Flashpoint, and what's cool about that though is we're supposed to get Michael Keaton as Batman, but playing the Thomas Wayne version of Batman.
Okay.
So I can't wait to see another Michael Keaton Batman. That sounds awesome. But guys, as far as Shazam goes, I didn't have a lot of things to really, you know, point out in this film, but it's because it's just an enjoyable movie. It's just fun to sit back and watch.
It is.
It's a popcorn blockbuster, and just have fun. Watch it with your kids. Sit down and laugh. You know, enjoy it for what it is, and pass on a little comic book goodness to your children.
He nailed it on the head with that one. I got nothing.
Till next time, guys, this is Bronco Juggalo.
Are you done?
I was waiting for you to say something. Go ahead, you know. Say and Bill or whatever, you know.
Are you done?
Yeah. This is Bronco Juggalo saying peace.
Oh, yeah, and Bill. Good night. It's almost time.
Soon.
Very
soon. Dun dun dun!
I get to run over the Maggot King again.
No!
Why not?
Because I said so!
You're not the boss.
Yes, I am. You're the sidekick.
I drive the car, remember?
Fuck you!
You can't drive a stick.
That's okay. Yes, I can now. Fuck you.
No, you can't.
Fuck you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. You still can't drive a stick.